Dad shut himself inside his bunker at the start of the pandemic. 3 months ago, we lost contact with him. Dad shut himself inside his bunker at the beginning of 2020. He said the world was about to end, and when we didn't believe him, he told us to wake up. It was raining that day. I remember focusing on the water hitting the window panes while my sister tried to change Dad's mind. I knew it was no use. He was too stubborn to listen to anyone except maybe Donald Trump. WHO had just declared a global pandemic. Dad wanted us to join him, and when we told him no, he called us brainwashed. He purchased the land before I was born. The land came with a dilapidated military facility, abandoned sometime in the 60s. My sister was there from the beginning, even before Mom left. Mom says he was a gentleman when they married young, but a person can change a lot during those years, and so did Dad. All I remember from childhood are weekends at the bunker, constantly renovating, stockpiling everything he would need to survive down there. We couldn't stop him. He wasn't the best dad, not even a good one, but it was sad to see him go all the same. We had to set up an old radio to keep in touch. He didn't trust mobile phones. We only heard from him once a month, sometimes less. The last time he radioed in, he said he had found a hidden door. He was going to see where it went. That was 3 months ago. 3 months of silence. My sister and I decided to drive out and check on him. The heat wave made the desert shimmer like water. She asked if I thought he was okay. I told her the radio might have broken down, but his tone when he mentioned that door bothered me. It was dark when we arrived. Dad's truck stood beneath a tarp, blowing in the chilly, sand-carrying wind. We walked to the cliff above the bunker. The steel door was made to withstand a nuclear blast. I had the only spare key. Before I unlocked it, I banged on the door and yelled for Dad. I worried he'd mistake us for intruders and shoot us. I was 17 the last time I was here. Back then, it was the Muslims. Before that, the Russians, now China. There was always something threatening his freedom. My sister put her hand on my wrist and said, "Maybe we should call the authorities." I said no, he'd fight them. I unlocked the door. A rancid smell escaped the darkness inside. I recognized it. Death. I didn't tell my sister. We descended the spiral stairs. They creaked with each step. I tried the light switch at the bottom. Nothing happened. I realized the batteries, charged by an old exercise bike, were dead. That meant he was most likely dead as well. I felt ready before we came. Now, staring into the dark corridor I used to run through as a kid, I was terrified. My sister refused to let me go alone. We stayed together and walked into the darkness. The smell intensified with every step. The bunker seemed so much smaller than I remembered. The asymmetry between memory and reality made everything feel off. Confederate flag greeted us at the end of the corridor. It looked pale in the flashlight, almost like a phantom. My sister said he wanted to protect his freedom so much that he built a prison for himself. I couldn't argue with that. We entered the main chamber. It was overfilled with litter and clutter, empty cans scattered across the sticky floor.